Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jami.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to another episode of FitBody Lifestyle, where I actually thought we weren't going to laugh during this intro. This is our fusion hack for today. Thank you so much for joining us, because we have some wisdom from the champions, from our Masters Olympia champions today. So hopefully you watched our long episodes on the Mondays for 2 weeks, and then we have some fusion hacks, which are quick tips, things that you can think about and apply to your life right away. So we're going to ask our champions some things about how to handle really the ups and downs and finding balance between your fitness journey and the other things. I mean, our lives contain a lot more than just fitness goals. So, and we know yours do too, right? Well, yes. I'm here, of course, with my handsome husband, love of my life.
Hi,
honey. And the beautiful Jessica Wilson, our 2023 Masters Olympia champion and our reigning Masters Olympia champion, Miss Kerryne Henich.
Hello.
And we're so happy to have you guys. So start us off.
Wait, you always forget to introduce Peter.
And Peter Parker. Actually, Peter and I have coordinated our outfits today. We're matching.
Yep.
So Peter's
called each other.
Peter's very stylish.
Very busy today.
Very busy. He's exhausted.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
He sure is.
And so busy.
It's a hard life.
Yes. Cuddling, having treats.
It's
Are you talking about me again?
Sitting, all the things. He has to balance a lot of things.
Yes. So many.
He woke up
lots
with
of
bedhead too
responsibility.
the last time.
I know.
I'll tell you, it was really
sure
bad.
I think that's permanent.
It is. There's nothing I can do.
It looks great.
All right, ladies, who wants to kick us off? Tell us, how are you guys finding, how do you handle balancing things, and what are the tools that you feel like are most useful?
One day at a time. Still, like just one day at a time. If we worry about tomorrow, if we worry about like the thing we're supposed to do with the family over there, if we worry about, just be in the moment. Just be in the moment. As Kerryne had mentioned in episode 2, I believe, about the trip and the peak week. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like that probably is what you had to do.
Yeah.
Just be in the moment.
Be in the moment, yeah.
And not worry.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's huge. And I think too, like it goes along with everything else, like managing your expectations for whatever that day is going to be. Like I was telling Jami, there's times when I've been on my way to the gym and a kid calls and needs me, and I'm so frustrated because I have to leave and miss my workout. But ultimately, like, it's not that big of a deal, and my family is more important. So I think just, balancing that life where fitness has to fit into it. I can't try to fit my life into my fitness journey. It's not going to work. So
like in a situation like that, because I know there are people that think, oh, I missed a workout, that's it.
Yep.
I mean, might as well just not work out again until next week. Or, I didn't hit my food. I made a mistake. Oh, well, I'll start back on Monday. I mean, whether whether the fitness journey is competition or not, it doesn't matter. It's really the same. So what's the difference in when that kind of situation comes up, in the mindset that goes around it that allows you to not let it kind of hamstring everything?
Yeah, I think the all or nothing mindset. I tell my clients all the time, you have to lose it. Like if you're either all in or all out, you're going to be all out most of the time. Like you cannot be both. So, and it's not even about being all in. It's just being ready to have that balance where, yes, some things are going to come up, but it doesn't mean you have to have a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, a bad year. Just, it's a bad day. And then the next day is a new day. So I think just taking it, like she said, one day at a time and losing that mindset, because that's what's going to derail people.
So what you just described, by the way, is really the growth mindset over the fixed mindset.
Yeah.
So fixed mindset is, I'm either winning or I'm losing.
Yes.
Those are the only two options.
Yep.
And if it's win at all costs or win or go home, then you have a fixed mindset. And then when you don't reach that outcome, the win, then everything else, then the whole world is gone. And that's it. That becomes your identity. Mm-hmm. The people who have a fixed mindset really have difficulty learning, growing, being curious. And that growth mindset is, how do I be better? Okay, today wasn't my best day, but I can be better tomorrow. And focusing on that is really, at the end, that's not during the day, looking to, okay, today's crap, I'm just not going to worry about today, I'm just going to focus on tomorrow. That's not a good prescription either.
Yep.
You want to do your best every day, whatever your best means.
Yeah, if you have a bad meal, if you eat off plan, get back on track then.
Right
Next
away.
meal, don't let it go.
It's also kind of another angle to look at it is learning fluidity, right? So we can be fixed mindset or very rigid in thinking and allow that to sabotage you, or you can just kind of go. It's like the type A, type B personalities. Like I'm real type all over the place, but I'm type A with very specific things, but I have learned to become type B with others. Especially because we have to live life first, and bodybuilding comes after that, right? It's a lifestyle, but like missing a meal or having an extra of whatever is on the plate, or having to switch your workout days, your training days. For some of us, it takes a long time to be okay with Tuesday's not going to be my leg day. I have to make it on Friday. I don't know how am I going to recover? Nope, you just wing it. Sometimes you just got to wing it. And be fluid and be easy with it. You'll be happier. And be flexible, yeah.
You'll be happier.
Yeah.
I think, like we talked about, just giving yourself grace. If something is missed, it's not the end of the world. No. Give yourself some grace. I mean, life is going to always be lifing, so we can't stop it from happening. So we've got to learn how to work around it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too, because when things don't go right, sometimes that's the learning opportunity, and maybe like thinking about, I thought about an athlete I had that didn't bring all of her food with her on her flight because she thought she was going to be there in time to have that next meal, but then the flight got pushed back and pushed back, and wow, what a great learning experience. Next time, two things. One, okay, what do I do in that situation? Because she called me panicking. I'm like, okay, you're in the airport. There's a store.
Lots of stuff.
What's in there? Okay, they got a banana. There's your carbs. They got some eggs. There's some protein and fat. You know what I mean? We can work this out, So that was a really cool lesson. But then the other lesson was, okay, next time I'm going to bring all my food
prepared.
So I think that's a cool thing too. And, do you guys feel like those are the moments where you've been able to really kind of put new processes in place to figure out how to handle situations in the future?
Absolutely. The food thing, I mean, because this is so relevant to the bodybuilding, anybody who's in the lifestyle that wants to travel with their food, that's where you start thinking, okay, I need to now think ahead. Let me look at the area, what grocery stores, what resources are available to me in case my food goes bad, because that can happen. Or if I didn't bring enough, what can I do? So you learn to troubleshoot. Another thing for competitors specifically, like always have your suit and your shoes and everything you need to be on stage on your person. Now, sometimes, and this happened to me, sometimes you just overpack a little bit and maybe...
And they make you check it at the gate.
And then maybe they make you check it in the gate. And so you have to be prepared. So what do? I have a little foldable, collapsible backpack that I always have with me. So I'm like, all right, I can check this in. Let me just grab my suit, my shoes, my heels. And cool, I still have 2 items, but they're smaller and it works. So being prepared. Absolutely.
That's a really good tip, because
Yeah.
that has happened.
Travel
That actually happened to
man.
me, where I had all my food and they did make me check the bag, and
Because they ran out of space.
they lost it.
They,
So I
no.
got there, I didn't have my food.
oh no.
Oh no.
And then on the way home, they lost my other bag. So
Oh my gosh.
I was like, that was a weird
happens.
trip.
It does. It
But it
happens a lot.
happens. And it's like, ooh, you get burned once. Okay, never again, right?
Yeah.
So you learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are the times when you learn how to navigate any situation and plan ahead. So, like you said, I think sometimes failing at those is actually winning, because you're learning how to better prepare yourself next time. So,
As long as you learn.
yeah, as long as you learn and don't let it self-sabotage and start going the other direction.
Yeah,
you
I feel
take
like
that as a lesson.
Like, it sounds like you guys build resilience through it.
Yeah.
Like you start to build confidence in your ability to troubleshoot or to handle every situation as it comes up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think traveling with food is something that I know a lot of people are so unsure how to do it. They don't know what they can take. They're so nervous about even starting to think about that when they go on trips. So it's like, well, I'm not going to be eating on plan while I'm gone because X, Y, and Z. But it's like, no, you can, there's so many things. I actually have a travel foods list that I give to my clients. Like, there's so many things that you could take tuna packets,
Baby
baby food. That's a great one. Those applesauce squeezies. There's so many things you can take in your carry-on.
Rice cakes.
Yeah, rice cakes, even like tortillas, whatever. It doesn't. There's so much.
Your butter packets, your oats.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
It's not.
Well,
it really isn't. It is if you don't know, I guess.
And I don't think it's a question of being hard or easy. I think it's a question of the story you tell yourself about whether it's difficult or not.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that you don't get better at something by not doing it. You get better at something by doing it.
Yeah.
And you may stumble, you may fall, you may screw it up completely. Hey, I'm going on vacation. I have a plan, and you go off plan. And the plan, as we always say, no plan survives first contact. So you had a plan, you didn't execute it. Instead of focusing on the failure from that, let's talk about what you can do the next time to be better at that.
Yep.
What was the part of your plan? Well, your plan was a little bit too rigid. You didn't give yourself any flexibility, or your plan was not rigid enough. You gave yourself too much flexibility. Whatever it is, but it's so easy to focus on the failure and not on the lessons that we lose sight of. Okay, how do I get better from this? And to also embrace the fact that there's a new series on Disney with Chris Hemsworth, who he's pretty easy on the ice, I'll just say. I will admit I have a man crush on Chris Hemsworth.
Good to know.
And he's just because
I'm not jealous.
He's in this series called Limitless, where he's exploring the boundaries of human performance. And one of the things that he does is one of the challenges that he just faced was he was going to learn how to play the drums, and he was going to showcase those skills at a Ed Sheeran concert in front of 70,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
First time. Okay.
No pressure.
And he sucked at drumming.
Yeah.
Okay. But the science around this was how much it expands your learning centers in your brain when you embrace something new that you've never done. And as we get older, I think the ability or willingness to do something new sometimes can diminish, and we have to push ourselves to want to embrace something new and embrace that learning. It's hard. It's easier when you're younger. It's harder when you get older. It's easier when you've had a lot of failure. It's harder when you've had a lot of success, because then you're holding on to things instead of wanting to embrace that failure initiative. And it really becomes a struggle of this push-pull back and forth of, what do I want to learn? How do I embrace failure in order to learn and push myself? But you don't get better at something if you don't do it. And I know you have kids, and it's like, hey, if you don't write more, you're not going to become a better writer. Yeah. If you want to be a better bikini athlete, you're not going to get better by not going on stage.
Not bikiniing.
But not bikiniing, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Which is that thing we talked about of, I don't want to get on stage until I can win. Well, why don't we get on stage and figure out how you look? Because
figure out how to get you to win.
Everybody looks like a champion when they're standing alone.
Yep.
We got to get you on.
There's also stage presence that you can
Yep.
practice your posing routine a million times, but it's going to feel different when the adrenaline hits.
Yep.
If you're
Absolutely.
up there for the first time.
Yeah.
So when everything starts to feel like it's going wrong in the day, and every single one of us has had that, where like we have a plan, we're all ready, and then just the shite hits the fan. What are the coping skills? Like, what do you feel like you do in that moment where it just feels like everything's out of control and swirling? How do you kind of bring everything into focus and keep moving forward? Interested in changing your life or stepping on stage? Join FitBody Fusion today.
Experience the FitBody Fusion difference with tools, knowledge, and community support to reach your healthy and sustainable lifestyle.
We guide thousands on their fitness journeys, from seasoned athletes to those who are simply seeking a healthier life.
Our expert coaches provide personalized plans and unwavering support, empowering you to thrive.
FitBody Fusion is more than just training. It's a community. We understand the challenges of solo fitness journeys, which is why we foster a supportive environment where members encourage and motivate each other.
Join the FitBody Fusion community today and unlock your full potential.
Head to fitbodyfusion.com to sign up for a free consultation.
And do it today.
Well, I have learned, keyword, I have learned to ask for help. It's that simple. Ask for help. You're in trouble. Some of us, our brains are automatically going to want to troubleshoot it on our own. But in that scenario you described, Jami, where it's like, oh no, I can't control anything. Ask for help. That's it. You may find it.
I love that.
Yep. I love it too. That's hard for me. It's really hard for me to ask for help, especially like.
What?
I know, right? Weird. Like if I think I could
She's
do it all
learning.
myself, especially as a mom, like you think you've got it under control, and
We don't think you.
When you don't want
think
to
you
burden.
have to.
Yes,
There's
I
also a
think-
part
yes.
that you tell yourself the story that
yes,
I think I have to do
absolutely. I
it
think
because
I
nobody
have
can
to.
help me.
Yeah, but then I've learned now, second marriage is the best, and being able to like actually ask my husband to help me, and he does it without complaining, and like there's no hard feelings for me asking for help. It's a lot better for me to now be able to know that I can count on him when I don't expect it, but I can count on him if I need to, and that's been nice too. But you've got to start asking.
I love that you said that because I think the interesting thing, and Greg and I had a conversation kind of early on in our relationship because he was very much one of those people who wouldn't allow anyone to help him. He felt like he needed to always be the one helping everyone else and everything else. And the thing I told him is I said, feels really good when you're helping me or when you're helping these, a person, doesn't it? Yeah, it feels good. I said, well, how do you think it feels for me? Feels good for me to be able to help you and to
Yeah.
feel like I'm making a difference for you. Give me the opportunity. Don't
Yeah.
take that opportunity from me, or don't take that opportunity from people you care about. Just an interesting shift in mindset,
is.
right? Is like, it's a gift. It's actually a gift when someone we care about, and we reach out and say, hey, I really need some help, and we allow them to help us, like that's a gift to them,
Yeah.
so
I don't think I have the tape of that conversation we had in my mind. I remember I have this memory of you basically accusing me of being, which was accurate.
Wow, we went there.
Well, no, and it was accurate, honey. It was accurate. It was
Okay.
one of the greatest things of love that you could have ever given me, which is you said, "Are you selfish?" And then you asked me the question, and I said, "Selfish? What do you mean selfish?" And you said, "Well, do you get joy out of giving to other people?" "Yes, I do." "Well, then why would you deprive other people of that same gift?"
Wow.
So
That's
smart.
really selfish. And that was like a
Wow.
gut punch, and one that I needed. And it was, like I said, the greatest act of love. That's how I play the conversation. I can't tell you that it took place that way.
Probably
but
was probably
as
similar to that.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
yeah. But it was true, and it was true. It was true.
I love that.
That's a huge
awesome.
shift. That's
Yeah, just
wow.
that way of changing your thought process.
Because a lot of times I think we're worried about being a burden, and in reality,
Yes.
we're really giving a gift, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we all identify with that.
We all sure did.
Yeah.
All right, so we have talked about the all or nothing mindset as being fixed versus growth mindset, and we want people to recognize there's more to the process than the outcome, process over outcome. You talked about one day at a time, Jessica, and I think this last part that we talked about is asking for help, which I think is so easy to say, so
hard to
difficult
do.
to execute.
And gets easier with practice.
It does.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
again, that's something else that we talked about. You don't get good at something by not doing it. And Jess, I know you talked in the first episode about identity, and it's so funny of the things of identity. And I was just I was looking for this quote, and I can't remember it exactly, but so oftentimes the studies show that your identity needs to come more from your ideals of yourself than of how other people view you. And so if you're not tied into your own ideals of who do I want to be, and you're always beholden to what others expect of me or what I think others expect of me, then you're never going to find your true identity, your authentic self, because you're always going to be tied up in what other people think or what you think other people think, which is really what it is. So identity needs to come from your authentic identification of who am I? What do I want to be?
Yeah.
So
How do I want to show up in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Wow.
You guys are amazing. Like, this has been
What gifts.
one of my favorite days ever
Yep.
in the studio, and it just I feel just so full. So thank you both.
Me too.
And I would add one other thing. We started, and I told everybody how the genesis of this episode or these episodes, and it ties in with that last thing of asking for help, is that we just had this idea. We asked you. You said yes, and we asked you, and
She
you
said
said
yes, and.
And actually, we said yeah. She said yes, and she said, "Why not ask Jessica?" And Jessica said yes. So that just ask for help. There's a book. What was that book that I used to always tell people about? It's oh gosh, I can't remember. oh man, I wish I could remember this book. It's written by a guy who was a professor at Carnegie Mellon, and he was dying from cancer, and he wanted
yeah.
the last lecture.
Yes.
And I highly recommend that book if you have not read that book. It's one of those. It's like a go-giver. You can read it in pretty much one sitting. And I just want to emphasize this last point because he talked in this one chapter about just ask. And I can't tell you how many times I've mentored and coached employees or soldiers and talked to them about this principle, which is. He said that he was an Imagineer with Disney, which I don't know if you know that they call them Imagineers, not engineers, but they're Imagineer. Okay,
I love that.
So he was an Imagineer at Disney, and they got on the monorail at one of the parks, and he was with his young daughter, and his daughter said, looked at the cockpit and said, "Can we ride up there?" And he said, "I don't know. Let's ask." And so they asked. And they said, of course, nobody ever asks us that. Aww. And so you think about that thing of how many times in life do we walk by that opportunity to ask somebody for help when it can be the greatest gift we're giving them, because they only want to do that help. And you being, it ties in with that thing that we started out with, the vulnerability is strength. Asking for help is probably one of the most vulnerable things, especially when we are when we are proud.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love that.
Maybe a good point to end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just ask.
I love it. Just ask.
Just ask. We love it. Okay. All right. So we get a hold of Kerryne at Kerryne Henich _IFBB Pro. And we get hold of Jess at it's both at on Instagram. Jess Vet Fit.
Just fit vet.
Just Fit Vet. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic.
Okay.
We're all
It's okay.
Just Fit Vet.
Vet.
JESSFITVETT.
Correct. One T.
One T. Okay. Well, see, by me messing it up like that, it reinforces people to learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm willing to fail
Take one for the team.
often. All right. And you, my love, can we bid adieu? Are you going to take it all the 3 Bs? Or we
comment?
Oh, well, you can say it. You just did. No, you said it. Okay, remember to like. Peter, what do you have to say? Oh my God, that is like
If you
bad
love
bedhead.
That is bedhead.
That is bad.
Hit the like button and comment and give us a review.
They're gonna want a whole episode with just Peter.
Peter.
Just Peter.
Peter,
Yes.
are you awake?
Peter, what do you have to say? Oh, get treats,
treats.
sleep. Okay.
Treats.
All right.
All right. Thank you so
everybody
much for
tuning in.
joining us.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, leave your reviews, which she already said. And remember the 3 Bs.
Be good to yourself.
Be good to each other. And
be safe.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.